Just now, Jim, as we head into the weekend, you want to own Twitter? I knew you wanted to own Twitter yesterday.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Snap and Twitter are terrific. And what's happening, obviously, is like you listen to Steve Squeri from American Express. This is how you reach the younger people. One of the things that Ned, sometimes I have to help Ned, he should have mentioned again that the streamers spent over 40% year over year, quarter over quarter to get their stuff watched. And that's an incredible spend. I think Ned has got a lot of things exciting about transactions. I've been after him to be able to transact on Twitter forever. He's starting to get there. It is a joy to listen to him, and everyone in the media knows that Ned tells it as it is. I have heard Ned say, hey, we didn't do a good job. This time he said, and he gets money in the bank. He can say they did a good job, and I think the stock's great. Look, I'm not close to the guys from Snap. I don't know why they don't like me. I feel like I'm kindred to them. But holy cow, did they deliver? And that's another way to get younger people. Andrew, or my friend Andrew, you usually say my friend Jim, you didn't do that. My feelings are a little hurt. But I do think that the best quarter last night was Snap.
Of course, you're my friend Jim. So let me ask you a different question. What do you make of what's going on in China this morning? And some of the China stocks are just getting whacked. And what that really means is China going after companies that have too much power? Are these, by the way, people have questions about some of the accounting of these companies in China? Is that what's happening? They're trying to...
They are killing us. I mean, they know that we own these stocks, and they're showing no mercy. It does seem like when you turn a profit company into a non-profit company, what you're trying to do is make it so that there are rich people who are just stripped of their wealth. It's very Maoist. It's Stalinist. We tend not to see that. I think these are very serious violations that make us realize that capitalism is not alive in China, and we kidded ourselves that we thought that the party was somehow going to want to join the rest of the world in being capitalistic. They're not. This is a dictatorship, and we're beginning to wonder. I question every one of those companies that's on that list. Any one of them could be vulnerable. It's time. You got to go. You can't own these stocks. I mean, the party may decide tomorrow that Alibaba is charging the people too much. So I don't know. Andrew, I think we're discovering that they were communists, but they were communists all along.
Jim Cramer, always with a hot take.
That's it? That's it? How about upstairs? I know the wind's bad, but Becky looks great. You look great.
When are you coming to the Squawk Terrace, Jim? That's the question. When are you coming to the Squawk Terrace
next week,
to hang out with us?
Next week. I've already checked it out. I'm going next week.
Okay, Jim. We will see you in just a couple of minutes. Looking forward to that.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.